In fact, it's been long enough where I figure I better let you guys know that I'm here. I figure it's how do I say, this time of year is for a lot of paranormal investigators in my area in the colder climates and such. You'll find a lot of us do not have a lot of content to really do, because a lot of us, we take the time to fill in gaps between investigations of homes. And hi, how you doing? So we take times between investigating homes and places like that by going to cemeteries and outdoor locations that have paranormal activity. And so when we're in climates like this, it's definitely a lot harder to do. I'm not saying impossible, but like right now my car is saying it's 10 degrees out. I don't know what the wind chill is, but I sure know that it's too cold for me to want to be in a cemetery. Maybe if I had warmer jacket and things like that. Though I did want to see if the activity that we find during the summer months and such at cemetery, if there's as much activity during the winter as there is during the summer. I've only tried to really ghost hunt out in a winter storm once, and I was so worried about our equipment and such that it wasn't enjoyable. At that point, our laser grid was that new that, you know, we spent like $260 or something on it and only had it for about 3 months. I sure didn't want to get ruined by getting wet from snow, so I really didn't enjoy it much, to be honest with you. So, but with a little more prepping and such, I suppose we could do all right. Wow, 20 people just popped in. Hey guys, amazing. Here 1 second it was one person, which I was grateful for. Now all of a sudden 20. If you'll do me a favor and just hit that like button real quick, that'd be awesome. So yeah, I think paranormal activity is definitely doable in weather like this. 10 degrees. Wind chill has probably got us around 4 degrees. I think how water brings energy to spirits, I think wind and there's energy in cold that could ramp up the energy of spirits and possibly make cemeteries a little more active in the winter than it is. Oh yeah, speaking of other areas, everybody please take time to be safe, because, you know, have some extra blankets and such, because I hear this winter storm is hitting a lot of people up and down the East Coast, and that's going to be crazy. I myself will be okay. I have generators, all that, but yeah, I'm up by the New York Pennsylvania line, and we're getting the cold. I don't think we're supposed to get as much snow as like Philly and central Pennsylvania and such, but yeah, Lord knows I wouldn't want to be without power in this. So be safe, plan a little bit. I know once I get home, I'm going to be home for the weekend. Now, I am been a firm believer. Oh, this cop's sitting up here acting like he's all slicked with a white car. But I'm not speeding anyways. But I've always been a firm believer in not investigating your own home, have another team come in, because I feel that it's inviting stuff in. But maybe this weekend I might bend my own personal rule a little bit, because in the last week there's been a lot of strange things happening around my place. So, maybe I might bend the rule a little bit, do a spirit box session. When I say weird things, like, I'm the first one up in my house every morning because I head to work at 2:30, or well, I get up around 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I leave for work at 3:30 in the morning. So I was getting dressed like 2 nights ago, and there was knocking from the room next to me, which nobody stays in. Nobody was in that room. Nobody was up on the second floor where I was at. So it was pretty strange. I mean, it was loud, clear, like clear as day. Things getting knocked over when nobody's around them, stuff like that's going on in my house. So I might take a moment and try to break out a spirit box, and I have a 3D printer. I printed up some EMF detector holders, the stands. I got 2 of those. Maybe I'll set them up and see what we can get together, do a live that way. I miss doing lives with you guys. I know the repeat viewers haven't seen me in a while. I hope everybody that's popping in and out, I hope you will take the time to follow me a little bit, because this year I have a lot I plan on doing for the paranormal side of things. So I'm also trying to build up my watch hours and subscriber count, because this channel is like, you're watching now, is like around 14 years old, never been monetized, sitting at 879 likes or subscribers and like 400 watch hours. I'm so far away from the monetized side of things that it's crazy. And since I started driving about 15 minutes ago, well, about 10 minutes ago, the temperature has dropped 3 degrees. My car is saying 7, but we're in more open area. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you think this cold temperature could bring more energy for spirits and such to use? Do you think the wind is gonna be the same powerhouse as like thunderstorms and such, or do you think it doesn't have no real effect? I mean, you could use wind to generate electric, right? So also, let me know if you've seen snow before. I know the person that was mentioning down there in Philly, I think that's what I read, Philly. You guys see snow. This is nothing new for you guys. But how about you other people that are tuning in? You've seen snow before, or is this only on video? Boy, that wind is starting to blow me around pretty good. But yeah, I've had activity at my house for a while now. I have a set of night vision binoculars, thank you, that I have at my house as part of my good bag. And so I was curious how long the battery would last on it. So I set it up outside my house. I live in a pretty rural area where I don't have to worry about neighbors messing with my stuff. So I set it up, turn on night vision, put a memory card in, and let it go all night till the battery died. And so I was watching over the video because, you know, I was actually kind of hoping to see deer or something on it, which never happened. But, and I believe I shared it as a short on this channel. As I was going through the video, like I said, I'm in an area where there's really not a lot of people around, and no kids were around. I heard a little girl's voice saying something on it, on the memory card of the night vision goggles, binoculars. So that would be a while ago. Now I would suggest, if you like looking at content that's in the woods and night and such, I do have a video on here. I think it's titled, and I've been switching titles a little bit, but I think it's titled Most Haunted Woods in the Area. That's a good video to check out. We've also explored an abandoned Kmart, which is on this channel. If you've been with me this far, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, please. I need to get that 1,000 mark. But go over those videos. How about this? You go watch my abandoned Kmart video, and if you get through 10 minutes of that, because I think it's like a 20-minute video, then follow me, subscribe. That way, you know you got a little value for that, because I value every follow and every like and all that. You know, I don't like just to beg for it like I am now. Sorry, that's my little rant. I'm kind of, unfortunately, this wasn't really scripted. I kind of was kind of going with the flow. So I'm trying to come up with stuff as I drive, while pay attention to driving in the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm trying to say? So I may get back into doing interviews. Oh, it looks like snow's coming up ahead. I might try to get back into interviewing teams and such, like I had in the past. That was really fun doing that. So, yeah, I think I'd have fun getting back into interviewing paranormal teams and haunted locations. Like one of the haunted location owners I interviewed is a Sweets home in New York up by Rochester. That place have a lot of activity. Matter of fact, that reminds me, I should reach out to him and see if we can get into the place. As a matter of fact, the owners share a same birthday, I believe even the same year, possibly, but at least the same birthday. So maybe I'll get a hold of him. That place is not for the weak of heart. The Sweets Home Estate, you find it on TikTok, Facebook, and such, up in New York, up by Rochester, Syracuse, and such. That is not a first-time ghost hunter place to be. There's lots of talk about being scratched, pushed, bruised, hurt, things like that. That is not the place to be for a first time investigation or somebody that's only did a one or two. So, but if you have a team and you've been investigating for a little bit, the Sweets Home Estate in New York, I would recommend. It's been on the Travel Channel, been investigated by a few people and such, or some known people. I'm also working on doing a paranormal convention in my neck of the woods. I'm hoping I could have everything finalized and ready for this year, like September of this year. And if it's as big as I'm hoping it is, it's gonna have, I'm hoping the venue I'm looking at can easily hold 30 teams. So, morning, I hope you're doing good. Apologize for not really keeping up with the chat, because as you could tell, I'm driving, and to read and keep up is a little you know, it's more important to stay safe. But yeah, so this place could easily host, I don't know the number I just said, but off the top of my head, 10 by 10 spots, I'd say a good 40 people, 40 teams easily, vendors and things like that. So I'm aiming for September, first week of October, because it's an outdoor venue. But I'll be doing videos as it gets closer and more feasible and things are getting figured out. Boy, this wind is getting rough out here. So one of YouTube's new features is, which has been great as far as getting eyes on my channel, is counterproductive, because people pop in, they're in for a few seconds, and they're gone because they treat it like shorts, which is how they're pushing it, which I understand, but it makes it to where I can see where it could discourage people that do these videos, because they glance, they see 20, 40, 60 people in the video, so they get excited, they're happy, and then all of a sudden it drops down to like 5. So they feel like they did something personally wrong or said something wrong, and people are not liking their content. So that's the downfall of that new feature. And I'm in and out of an area that has bad reception, so I apologize. But hopefully my reception got better. Ooh, the road just got a little slick. Need to slow down. I don't want to end up in the river. Boy, I bet you that would make a lot of people pop in real quick, huh? I flipped my car, rolled my car here a few years back, a different car. I was driving on my way to work. It was around this time of year. We had a warm spell, and so I was driving, and I hit some ice on the road. Before I know it, I'm in the air, flipping, land on the roof of my car, and that was just a bad, horrible morning. By the grace of God, nobody was coming, so I didn't get hit. I didn't hit anybody. But yeah, so I rolled the car. It's like 3:30 in the morning, and by the grace of God, everybody, I was the only one in the car. I was okay, banged up a little bit. Nobody else was around, so no other car was involved. But the roads are fine, and then it got to this type of weather. But I really appreciate y'all being here, though. I like to, on the way to work, Monday through Friday, I like to get a topic, and on my way to work, paranormal topic, pretty much. On the way to work, around 3:30 in the morning, 3:35. As I head into work, it's a more structured video. It's more paranormal related, and it seems like people enjoyed them. Running into some snow. That's one thing I found fascinating about doing these videos, is it could be really snowy or foggy and doesn't translate onto the video like it does with our eyes. Like, I'm looking out my car window and it's heavy fog, and then I look at the phone for a second and it's clear like this, and it's like, why. But I really appreciate you guys stopping in. If you made it this far, please drop a like or a follow or whatever you feel like doing. Go have a cup of coffee. Go. But anyways, I am gonna end the video. I really appreciate you guys popping in, and like I said, I think I might try to do an investigation of my house this weekend and see what I can do there. But as always, stay spooky, my friends.